I recall vividly that day. I was in my bedroom and I had knelt down and I was crying to God. I was telling God, Lord, you want to use me, but then how about my baby? How about my life? So the Lord told me I want you to serve me. I want to take care of everything. You don't have to focus on what people think and the people that are judging you. I have qualified you to serve me. You're going to serve me mightily. Don't look at what people are thinking. Do not allow the judgments and what they're thinking about you affect what I've bestowed in your heart. So the first encounter I made with the Lord was 2008. So when I made that encounter with the Lord, it was very hard on me. Why it was very hard? Because the Lord was telling me, you're going to stand in the very place where everything happened to you. And like I began questioning questioning God and telling him, Lord, everything that has befallen me, people have seen that. People have judged me. People have mocked me. They've ridiculed me. How can you tell me to stand in the very congregation, of the very audience, and serve you? So when you told me in 2008 about serving him, that was too much. I felt I couldn't do that. I felt I couldn't go ahead and do that. So when you told me, I decided not to do it. I told myself I will not do that. If Lord, you want me to serve you, I can go some other place, another place that knows everything about me. So years kept on going while I focused not to serve the Lord. And that was 2008. So as years kept on running, the conviction kept on getting more and more heavy on me. I had a church I was going to, and the time came when I kept on going to the church, I felt the conviction very strong. I felt like I couldn't stand sitting there. The voice kept on coming back to me, telling me, I told you you have to serve me. And you're not doing what I told you. I told you not to do that. And you're doing that. So the conviction kept on going ahead and going ahead and going ahead. So in 2015, the Lord told me I had a sickness doctors couldn't diagnose and know what I was suffering from. But shortly after that, when I got sick, I was taken to one of the pastors. And the pastors told me, you're going through this situation because you refuse to serve the Lord. And if you don't serve the Lord is going to kill you. And I see you dead. Actually, before they took me there, I thought it in my heart that I was going to die. Every time, even when I would sit in a car, I would feel like the car could get the accident. I was going to get an accident. Even in myself, I felt like I was dying. I have a brother with a pastor. My older brother, I called him and told him, I may die any time from now, but you have to make sure you stand in and help my child. So I thought that thing going on in my life. So in 2015, I made up my mind and I said, Lord, no matter what people think, no matter what people imagine me, they got all the rights to judge me, but I choose to obey your will. So in 2015, I decided to hearken to the voice of God. And the Lord told me, you're going to begin from where you are. So when he told me that, I had a small house I'm renting. So I began from that. I could call people and they would come in, and when I would call them back, eventually they would come. And we used to have services in my house. They would come in and we'd have overnights in the house. We'd have Sunday services in my house. So I kept on doing that and doing that. So as we were doing that, but still when I was doing that, I told God I don't want to do it in the place where people know me. So by then the house I was renting was not near where all that happened to me. So the people kept on coming, and people came so many numbers, and they decided to say we're going to stand with the ministry. But shortly after that, but I think it was about 1 year and a half, the Lord came back to me and told me, yes, you're doing, but you're not doing what I told you to do. I told you you'd have to go back to where everything happened to you. That's where you're going to begin from. So I came back to the place where I was staying, where the business was, and I got a house and rented it, and I began afresh. So when I began that, it was in 2019 to 2020, we began the ministry, and people came in, they began praying, and when the people became too many numbers, and in a Muslim community, I got problems with my landlord because he told me, I'm going to kick you out of the house. We are Muslim. This is it's a community of Muslims. It's well known in Uganda for Muslims. It's a Muslim community. So he told me, I'll kick you out of the house if you continue making people come in the house. So this was a house where people would come in, and we would lock ourselves in the house. We would lock ourselves and put the shoes inside the house. We don't have any air. We're not breathing well, but because we had no option. The people had the passion, and me myself, I had the push that I have to keep going. So we did this for 1 year in the house, and after 1 year, the Lord opened a door for us to rent a place. So we got a place, we rented it, and began ministry. And actually, that's where the church is, the pools of life, destiny changes. And then, still in that situation, I had my father. My father was one of the people, when all this befell me, was a pillar to me, because he kept on telling me, you can make it. You can go through that. I believe in you. You're a great woman. So he kept on encouraging me when everything had fallen apart. So in 2019, he happens to fall sick. So when he fell sick, I called him. When I called him, he told me, I'm sick, but I feel I'm going to die. I told him, no, you cannot die when I'm there. What you're going to do, you're going to come and live with me in my house. So I brought in my dad in this very house. I lived with my dad for 1 year, for 1 week. The day that he was going to make a week, actually, people had come in for services on Sunday, and that's the day he died. Where people had come in for services, they were taking the corpse out of the house. So that's the time my father fell sick and got medication. He was taken to the doctor and was given drugs, and he kept on taking them. He had prostate cancer. So he suffered with this. He also had diabetes. He had high blood pressure. But then when he died, we did a postmortem, and he had cancer of the lungs. So I'm going to give shortly how the Joy Leaders Foundation came in when I lost my dad. 2 days after burying him, the Lord spoke to me and told me, you're going to open up a foundation for the fathers. Fathers are going through so much. They're also silently frustrated. They got lots of problems with their children. Some of them are single men. Some of them are divorced. Some of them are deserted. Some of them are vulnerable. So this is how the Joy Leaders Foundation came in. It came also out of the pain of losing my dad. So that is the testimony about the Joy Leaders Foundation and the testimony how I walked into ministry.